If you're knee-deep into the bottom dollar bounty business, either because you enjoy it, or you're like me and want to make some of that money back after Rockstar shafted us with the payouts, there is a quicker and easier way to get through one of the lesser wanted bounty missions. Today, I'm going to walk through the CCTV network mission and show you all a little trick to avoid having to use the actual CCTV and still locate the bounty. Those of you who are not familiar, there's a total of 6 lesser wanted bounty missions, or what Rockstar is calling the standard bounty missions. Each of these missions will have a total of 3 possible targets. For the CCTV mission, the 3 possible targets are Lil Prince, Jalen Kennedy, and Xavier Freeman. If you choose any of these 3, you'll be getting the CCTV network mission. It's not too complicated, but it can be a little drawn out and long, especially when you have to log into the network and scroll through a bunch of camera feeds to find the target. Well, what if I told you there's a much quicker way where you can avoid this? In fact, you don't even need to hack the CCTV at all. The first thing you need to do is make sure you're not traveling a million miles to get to the Fugitive. If you own a bounty business in the city, like I do, you do not, I repeat, do not want to be traveling all the way to Paleto Bay. If you get this location, just quit and join another session until you get the Sandy Shores route. Trust me, these missions do not pay enough to be traveling all across the map in a crappy-ass van. After you get the Sandy Shores location, you'll get a yellow marker identifying the CCTV you need to hack. Simply head for the waypoint and begin the next step. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that my vehicle of choice, especially if you're a money grinder, is the Mark II, and this is what I'll be using today. I'm assuming most people will be using something quick to get to these locations, and for the tips and tricks you'll see here today, my recommendation is the Mark II, or at least something that flies and can launch missiles. Now, I want to stop here because there's probably people out there thinking, well, sure, you don't need to hack the CCTV at all if you know the 3 possible locations for the Fugitive. And spoiler alert, yes, there will always be 3 possible locations for the Fugitive in these missions. However, simply knowing the locations beforehand is not going to be enough, and I'll show you why here in a moment. For this mission, the 3 possible locations are, and if my verbal descriptions are crappy, which they probably will be, just look at the screen and map as I quickly run through each one of these. Number 1, the West Sandy Shores gas station /store/ condemned building. I don't know exactly. Number 2, the shore location alongside Alamo Sea. And number 3, the East Sandy Shores gas station /store/ condemned building. Again, not entirely sure. So these will be the only 3 locations that this Fugitive will be hiding, and you can avoid the CCTV and travel to these locations first to find them directly. However, as you're seeing here, if you do this, you will eventually locate the Fugitive, but you'll be unable to apprehend them and throw them in the van until you hack the CCTV. You'll notice there's no white marker above their head and there's no $ marker in the minimap, meaning you'll still have to travel the CCTV and hack the system in order to apprehend them and throw them in the back of the van. Unless, of course, you perform this little trick. And here it is. As you're flying to the CCTV tower, you'll notice there's always a white pickup truck located in a lot next to the tower. For some reason, this truck is considered an enemy, which means your missiles will always lock onto it. So, to avoid the CCTV altogether, you'll need to take this truck out first. Don't ask me why, but it's the key here. As you're flying in from the city, as soon as you get close to the tower, your missiles will lock onto this truck. As soon as they do, launch 1 missile, no more, and blow it up. For some reason, doing this will tell the game to officially unlock the location of the Fugitive. After this, go to the 3 locations identified earlier. As soon as you get close to the first location and your missiles lock on, fire once. Don't worry about killing the Fugitive with the first shot. I've probably performed 25 or 30 of these missions, and the first shot never kills the Fugitive. After the first shot is fired, I like to fly low enough that it registers all the enemies on the ground, including the Fugitive if he's there. Do this by performing a fast flyby to avoid any significant damage from the enemy. After doing this, and if it turns out that this is the location of the fugitive, you'll automatically see a $ marker in the minimap and the little white arrow above their head. From here, simply maneuver yourself to take out 1 or 2 more enemies on the ground while also avoiding killing the fugitive. You also don't want to get too close that you'll begin taking enemy fire. After 1 or 2 more enemies are destroyed, you'll notice the fugitive will begin running. This is good news because now you can avoid any additional gunfire. Simply wait until he runs far enough away, swoop down, and apprehend. Quick, easy, and more importantly, no CCTV. Now I'm showing the Alamo C location here, but if he wasn't located here, simply carry on to the other 2. Now I want to quickly play the other 2 locations here as well so you'll know what to expect. I'm gonna shut up and simply let them play out. I'll come back at the end, but keep an eye on how I'm arriving at the tower, taking out the pickup truck first, and then quickly heading to the 3 locations until you find them. Also notice how I'm initially firing at each location and then flying low to trigger the fugitive. Again, the key here is blowing up the truck first, before carrying on. And there you have it. A far quicker method to complete any of the CCTV missions for the bottom dollar bounty. So just to quickly recap, if you have a business in the cities, never accept the Paleto Bay location. Quit and start a new session until you get the Sandy Shores location. Always take out the white pickup truck near the tower first, using only 1 missile. Next, head to each of the 3 fugitive locations until you find them. Once found, strategically kill 1 or 2 of the surrounding enemies until you see him start to run. Once he begins to run, wait until he's far enough away, swoop down, and you're done. You can then throw him in the van and begin driving away without ever having to use the CCTV. Alright, so that's it, my friends. Thank you for watching. As always, if you like this video and want to help out, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and let me know what you think. Have you already noticed this little trick for the CCTV missions? Or if not, will you be trying it out next time you get one? If so, drop a comment below and let everyone know. Until next time, be happy, be well, be safe, be mighty, be the one Maestro.